welcome to UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex for this varsity Class A matchup between the Meadville Bulldogs and your North Catholic Trojans. My name is Callie Martis alongside Colin Campbell, and we bring you this game live right here on the North Catholic Sports Network. The Trojans currently enter this game with an even 2-2 record so far in the Varsity A Blue standings, dropping their most recent game to Montour in a tight matchup, 5-4. Meadville, on the other hand, dropped their game earlier this week against Moon, 5-4 as well. So this one should be a good one, folks, here tonight. And Colin, this is going to be a tight game tonight for the Trojans.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think this one could go either way. This one going to come down to a lot of defense, I think. I think both these teams are looking to score tonight. They're looking to go after it, play an aggressive game, so we'll see, because this is going to be a close matchup tonight.
Yeah, the Trojans and the Bulldogs are relatively the same so far here in the standings. Meadville, 6 games played. They're 1-2-1 on the season. Seems they didn't update the standings as of yet. North Catholic's only played 4 games, 2-2 record. But as we get further in the season, that'll be cleared up. But one thing I'd like to point out, Colin, is North Catholic, as I mentioned before, lost to Montour 5-4. So that was a 1-goal game. But then you look on the other side, Meadville just played Montour and beat them 12-4. So kind of interesting there to kind of compare team schedules heading into this game. I mean, kind of gives you a sense of, like, you know.
Yeah, when looking at that, it's a little like, oh, well, okay. But we'll see how it goes, despite what the records and scores have said in the past.
Now the Trojans are going to have to be on point tonight. Talon Ziegler is a scratch for the Trojans. He is out. So Anthony Neely will take his place on defense. I think he'll be switching back and forth through the games. The Trojans also need him on offense. He's been a vital key for the team so far, so he's going to be kind of jumping back and forth. He'll be busy tonight. For the Trojans, starting in net will be Darren Riley. He's been excellent so far on the season. And then on the other side, starting for Meadville, Max Benninger. Darren Riley, in his 1 game played, had a shutout. Excellent first start. Saw 15 shots and stopped all of those. And then on the other side, Bettinger, 897 save percentage. He's 2-3 on the season. He's allowed 22 goals so far. And Whatchcallin is pretty good for the amount of shots he's faced this season. He's already faced 214 shots through those 6 games. So Benninger really has kind of been keeping his team in the games.
Yeah, just as a sophomore too, he's been doing a fantastic job so far. So the Trojans are looking for a big game from him today.
And here we go, opening face-off underway between the Bulldogs and the Trojans. Meadville sends it in the zone. Dumped back out by the Trojans, not enough for an ice, as that was tipped there by number 37, Chuck Corner. Sylvester drops it off at the point. Pass cross ice. Shot there from Anderson, whistles wide. Quickly sent back in the zone by Fowler. After it is Peterson. Peterson clears it. Fowler now to Anderson. Tipped into the zone by the Trojans. Quickly sent back down the other way, but this is going to be an ice against the Bulldogs as we get our first stoppage of play. And Colin, it's kind of nice having these earlier games now. We got a big student section tonight
I
for
know.
the Trojans.
I know when you get the earlier game, you get some people to show up, and that definitely changes the dynamic of the home field advantage.
A tipped in front there by Shane Schollert. In front of the net, the shot from the point took a bounce, but Benninger's able to hold on to it. Picked up along the far side boards by Earnhardt. And Meadville will try and skate it out of the zone. Good pressure by the Trojans as they force a turnover. Flipped in the zone by Myers. And we get a whistle as puck just slides in offside. Big hit there along the boards. Alessandro, another whistle. Alessandro lines up to take the draw right outside the zone. It's won by the Bulldogs. Trojans try and keep possession of it. Alessandro tried to throw it in front there for Murray. Couldn't get it there. Taken by Angles. Angles pushes it out of the zone. Pass to Walls. Walls' shot goes wide. Now it's thrown back up to the point. Shot is blocked by the Trojans. Back behind the net is Lawrence. Lawrence throws it to Anderson. Anderson ahead now for Murray. Murray dumps this in. Trojans will get some fresh bodies out on the ice. Coming out of the net to play it is Bettinger. Britt. It's cross ice and up the zone. Taken down by Fowler. Britt surveys his options. Pass picked up by Bradrick. He skates it in. Neely is there reaching for it. Neely takes control, trying to crash the net. Poked away by Shellas. Taken behind the net by Wilkinson. Meadville unable to clear. Dumped back in deep by the Trojans. And now this is going to go all the way down for an ice. 13:46 to go here in the first period. 0-0 to score. Neely's out here with Radicke and Bradrick. As I said before, he's kind of double teaming this game. It's listed as defense as well, just in case the team would need him. And Riley freezes it for the whistle.
Trojans have been doing a good job of possessing the puck so far. They've been keeping the game in their control, and I'd like to see more of that going down the road here.
Yeah, I agree, Colin. Meadville has really had a lot of trouble clearing the zone, and now collision there as Riley made a great save on Borgeson. Tumbled on top of him there. Meadville shot right off the draw. Riley got a piece of that with the glove. Here come the Trojans up the other way. Stanton with a lead pass. Coming in as Fowler tried to make a move. Great defense there from the Bulldogs, and now a hard hit in the corner. Referee blows the whistle as Bulldogs player is down. Paramedic will come out on the ice, make sure he's okay. And Colin, initially, it wasn't really a lot of contact. He just kind of went in the boards, kind of, you know, odd. And if you don't catch yourself right.
Yeah, sometimes you get stuck in like awkward positions like that, and you know you might just tweak something in a wrong way, something that just feels weird. Never like to see it though, this early into the game especially.
So we hope he's all right as we take a quick break here in the play. Meadville leads in shots 3-1. Player's able to get to his feet on his own power. It's number 20, Luke Ferry, that was down in the corner. So that's a good sign as he makes his way to the bench. We hope he's okay. Puck picked up by Benninger. Now headed to Walls, dumps it in the zone, and Riley will opt to keep it in the trapper for a whistle. Sent in deep by Wilkinson. Britt trying to battle for possession in the far corner. Picked up by Myers, scoops it to Langer, unable to get a hold of that puck. Loose down the slot area, Scollart lead pass ahead for Langer, and puck goes sailing into the Trojan bench. Skating in the zone is Benninger. Benninger throws it in front, bouncing. Puck is snagged out of the air by Riley. That took a deflection in front. Bulldogs with the ozone face-off. They win it. Now thrown in front, puck slides across the blue paint, carried out of danger by Bradrick. Bradrick tried to throw it to Neely. That's off a skate, goes in the corner. Bradrick gets there first. Throws it up to Anderson from the high slot, takes a shot. Just missed the net. Skating up the other way is Shellhaus. Shellhaus in with the shot. Save made by Riley. Rebound still loose. That slides wide. Puck stays in the zone. That shot whistles wide. Now Neely with a nice move to get it out. Bradrick coming the other way. Try to get it to Radicke. That was a hook there on Radicke coming into the zone, but we'll continue. Radicke picks it back up, tried to find Neely. That missed his stick. Neely tried to get it to Anderson. And now shoveling a shot the other way. And that's going to be a penalty. Ryan Unick takes a shot, and now he's going to pay for it. As the Trojans come in. Unnecessary contact from Unic after the shot. Just decides to bulldoze Riley. And he's going to get a penalty for that. We'll have to see if the Trojans will get in there as well, and it looks like they will, Colin.
Yeah, and Darren Riley has been doing a fantastic job so far. The couple shots that have come at him, he's been all over it. So both teams going down one here. We'll see how this goes over, who's better with being one down.
We'll have to see what the final calls will be. Looks like it's still going to be 5-on-5 as we have some discussion here. And it looks like we're still going to be 5-on-5. We'll get the face-off. No, they're now going to send another player in the box. It's going to be Chris Triola. He'll join Ryan Unic in the box. So North Catholic will end up being on a power play. Their first of the game as they get things settled here in the zone. Kilcarry down in the corner for Bradrick, spins away. Bradrick surveying his options, goes up to the point. Britt back down low for Bradrick, catches it on the backhand, passes it to Sylvester. Now back for Bradrick. Out high for Britt, takes a shot, that's off of Bradrick, try to go backdoor to Sylvester. Missed the pass. Meadville picks it up and they clear it right into their own bench. They'll just get a face-off. Still in the Bulldog end, 1:22 to go on the power play.
You know, so far, Callie, both of these teams have had their chances on offense. There's been times where, you know, a little redirect could have done it, but good. I think it's been a solid defensive performance from both teams so far.
Now wraparound try from Neely, doesn't go. Fowler does a good job of keeping it in the zone. Finds Alessandro wide open, but that shot is deflected up into the netting and out of play. Meadville clears the zone. Fowler is back to retreat it. Gets it to Neely. Here comes Neely up center ice. Neely wheeling into the zone. Hangs on to it. Back up to the point for Fowler. Fowler stick handling. Throws it point to point to Anderson. Anderson back down low for Neely. Throws it in front. No one there. Kept alive though by Alessandro. Tried to go to Anderson. Missed it, and that goes all the way down the ice. Riley throws it to Fowler. 12 seconds to go on the power play. Coming into the zone is Neely. Neely throws it in front for Myers. Couldn't pull the trigger. Now puck in the far corner. Power play expires for the Trojans. And now a turnover in front to Urquhart. Turned aside by Riley. Coming back the other way is Alessandro. Sends it in deep as he goes for a change. Puck now back out to center. Being chased after it is Gredler. Gredler coming in. Tried to feed it behind the net. Meadville sends this back in deep. Here comes Meadville the other way. Taking a shot was Shellis. Riley fights that off the blocker. Now the puck is loose in front in the slot. Triola couldn't come up with it. Now pass coming in the zone is Angles. The shot is blockered aside again by Riley, and here come the Trojans the other way. Lead pass ahead for Scholar, too far out in front, and Benninger will cover for the whistle. 7:12 to go here in the first period.
Callie, what do you think either of these teams could change so far to get the offense going a little bit?
Well, Colin, I think North Catholic kind of had the perfect opportunity on that power play to really get something going. They only have 2 shots in this game so far. It's really, despite the fact that they've had more possession, I feel like the Trojans have still been too passive.
Right, they're not getting as many shots off.
And that's why Meadville already has 10, because they're getting all the,
they're
taking
firing them off,
shots. And, at some point you have to be careful if you're the Trojans, because one of those is probably going to go in eventually. They've been lucky. Darren Riley has just been excellent in net so far. They had that one turnover right in front in the low slot that Riley made a huge save on. But I would say for the Trojans, you just need to be more aggressive, take a lot more chances.
For sure.
Fowler has it behind his own net. Feeds it to Anderson, now back for Fowler. Fowler coming up the near side boards. Coming into the zone, Fowler jumping a shot off the crossbar. Reed Fowler went coast to coast there. Just hits the crossbar. Best opportunity for the Trojans all night so far. Radicke shovels it in. Sylvester gets there. Out goes to Bradrick. Bradrick circling the high slot, takes a shot. That goes wide of the target. Now here's Britt from the point, tipped in front. Menninger says no on that save. Radicke forces a turnover at center, shot off the pads. Tended the rebound there for Sylvester. And now the zone is corner. Corner. The big hit on Britt, and that puck goes down for Trojan ice. Tie up at the face-off. Trojans trying to get something going here up the ice. Drop pass, back and a shot from Radicke, turned aside by Benninger. Here comes Meadville with speed the other way. Zafrius in with a shot. And Riley is right on that for the textbook save. Taken by Unic alongside the boards. Thrown across. Now to Peterson. His shot save made by Riley. The rebound is denied as he kicks it to the corner. Now thrown it back, cross ice, wide open back door. Puck sails up over the net, high stick. Trojans don't touch it, but the whistle blows. And calling another great series of saves there from Darren Riley.
And I think the Trojans almost got away with that one there because Darren Riley was turned the other way. The puck got behind him, and then Meadville just couldn't capitalize there. So he's been doing a fantastic job clearly all night, and hopefully he can keep it up with the way their offense is going right now.
And now here's Meadville, throws it back in front, it's loose, and referee blows the whistle. Another save made by Riley. And here comes Murray, trying to clear the zone. Britt uses some force, and he's gonna carry it back in for the Trojans. Goes to Alessandro, takes a shot, turned aside by Benninger. Rebound was blocked in traffic. Puck battle. Still going along the near side boards. Alessandro picks it up. Goes back to the point for Britt. His shot makes it through traffic. Benninger able to track that down. Now here's Britt again. Britt another shot. Got blocked by a stick in front. And Meadville tries to clear but can't. Kilcary's shot bounces wide. Goes right on the stick of Peterson, but he's going to send it down for an ice. 2:29 remains here in period number 1. Schollert takes it off the draw. Gets pinned up along the boards. Meadville skates this out. Earnhardt coming in. Puck goes back out to center. Gredler just dumps it in across the blue line, taken by North Catholic. Here's Schollert. Schollert tried to make a move around the defenseman. Myers was there, though, to pick up the puck. Here's Earnhardt back in the zone. Trojans regain possession. Schollert coming in. Fights off his man as he tumbles to the ice. Schollert holding on to it. Goes up to the point for Lawrence. Hard shot. That goes wide. Myers unable to pick it up the center red line. Pass picked off there by Schollert. He dumps it in. Both teams will go for a change. Just over a minute to go here in the first period. 0-0 still the score. Anderson feeds it to Britt. Britt now looking ahead for Neely. That pass got taken away along the boards. Radicke now for Anderson. Anderson to Bradrick. Draw pass back for Bradrick coming in the zone. Bradrick with speed, rings it around the boards. Anderson tried to send in the corner. That's off for Radicke. Now Radicke picks it up. Taken away, though, by Peterson. And here comes Meadville back the other way. 14 seconds to go. Meadville with numbers coming into the zone. A shot, and Riley comes up big.
5 seconds.
3 seconds to go. Bradrick needs a shot on net. Drops it back for Neely. Fans on the shot at the buzzer. Wide open in the low slot. Puck just disagrees with him there, and that does it here for the first period. Nothing to score. And Colin, this is a pretty intense game so far. I think that whole, crashing into the goaltender scrum, kind of set the tone for this game. And ever since then, both teams kind of been on their toes.
Yeah, this has been a fun one so far. Both teams are really going at it. Couple penalties early on. And then clearly the defense has been on point from both teams. They're playing really tough right now. Offensively, I think the Trojans did start to get more shots up as the period progressed. That being said, do I think it's enough still? No, they missed a couple opportunities there right at the end. I think it was Bradrick that just missed it just before the period ended. That's a great opportunity to score there. So I think whichever team is going to start capitalizing on the opportunities they have, like Meadville had that two-on-one down here right before the period just ended, and then Darren Riley doing a fantastic job. But whoever is going to start capitalizing on those opportunities is going to be the team that will pull ahead in this one.
Yeah, Colin, I think the big one is, what team is going to make it to the third period? All this wear and tear.
Right.
Who's gonna survive? Who's gonna be the man to step up here for each team? And right now, kind of for the Trojans, Colin, it's been Darren Riley. He faced 15 shots in that first period, some of which were grade A chances that he turned aside, and really keeping the Trojans in this game because, like you said, they've been kind of lacking offense so far.
Yeah, so if he can keep it up here, I don't see a way that Meadville's going to win this one.
And we get ready for opening face-off of period number 2. Trojans have their second line to start things out here. Myers carries it in the zone. His shot is deflected. That goes up into the netting. Now the puck loose in front for the Trojans. Shot on goal is denied by Benninger. Now back up to the point, it's Britt. Britt's shot through traffic, and Benninger hugs that to his chest for the save. Fowler sends it in down low. Trying for Anderson. Now sent back in by Borgeson for the Bulldogs.
Bring it.
Trojans pick the puck back up. Now feed to Neely. Neely with the shot. Tried to go blocker's side, kicked away by Benninger. Trojans able to keep it in the zone. Wrist shot there from Langers, denied. Rebound. And Benninger, a couple good saves. Trojans on him early. Now the far corner with it is Peterson. Trying to clear. Kilcarry attempting to keep it in. Dumped in on net. Riley tees it up for Britt. Britt now with it, tried to lead past Radicki. Angles. Sends it back in. Sylvester gets it in deep. Big collision in the corner. Spragic lays down his man, number 13, Evan Peterson. Meadville has it behind the net. Ferry looking in front, ends up going all the way out to corner at the point. Peterson brings it back around the boards, but the Trojans are able to clear. As Frias looks to regroup. But now misplayed by the Trojans. It's loose in front, pass across. Nobody able to get a stick on it for the Bulldogs. Sent back in the zone, but they're offside. And referees will blow the whistle.
You know, Callie, and I don't think much has changed to start the second period here. It's the same old story with both teams just not quite capitalizing on some of these opportunities that they've had so far. And like I was saying earlier, I think as soon as the first team that does, that's going to set a huge momentum shift for the rest of the game.
Neely breaks up the play. Here comes Neely with speed in the zone. Neely changes direction in the corner, goes back up to the point for Fowler, takes a shot that's off a body in front, and Meadville carries it the other way. Meadville trying to get numbers, 3-on-2 entering the zone. Shot taken there by Borgeson. Save made, rebound loose in front. Riley is down, still loose, keeps it out. Meadville has it at the point. Turnaround shot is blocked. Rebound kicked aside by Riley. Unick still within the corner. Tired Trojans out on the ice. Borgeson throws it in front. No one is there. And Trojans eventually take it out of the zone. Neely throws a cross shot. He scores! Ty Murray gets the Trojans up on the board. It's 1-0. After a couple unbelievable saves from Darren Riley in the other end, Ty Murray takes a shot from the top of the circle, gets it past Benninger, and the Trojans get a much-needed goal as they lead it 1-0 to start the second period.
Ty Murray with the absolute banger to get the Trojans' first goal of the game, and I love to see that coming out of from their team, playing fast. You know, as soon as you're getting the puck into Meadville zone, like you're going right after you're taking the shots, you're thinking fast, and I think that's going to be a huge help if the Trojans can keep that up.
Britt dumps it in. Now carrying it in is Benninger. It gets poked away. Now a shot from the point, and Riley with the save. 12:05 to go here in the second period. And puck goes out of the zone. Scholar gets it for the Trojans. Trying to sauce one there to Britt. He settles it down in the corner, banks this off the glass and out. And the puck's gonna go down for icing just barely. Trojans win the draw in their own end. Shot there from Wilkinson. Gets blocked in traffic. Has ahead for Myers. He'll go dump and chase. And now Kilcarry with the puck. Trying to spin it on in towards the net. Gonna get it there. Myers attempts to dump it back in, can't get it past the blue line. Scholar comes into the zone. Scholar shot. Airmailed up over the net. Kilcarry has it. He's hit hard by Urquhart. Urquhart trying to get there. Radke beats him to the puck. Shovels it the other way. Radke able to pick it up, fighting his way into the zone. Here comes Radke, trying to move around the defenseman, but that's going to be a penalty on Sean Wilkinson. Whistle blows as Meadville touches the puck, and it's going to be Sean Wilkinson headed to the sin bin for holding.
Now here we go, Trojans on the power play. This could be a deciding factor for the rest of the game if they can get one, go up 2-0 with plenty of game left to play.
Wilkinson in the box for holding. Grabbed a hold of Radke's jersey. Tried to pull him away from the puck. As Radke was trying to get a break in on net. Trojans so far 0 for 1 on the power play. That shot from the point tipped in front by Myers, turned aside by Benninger. Now in the high slot, Anderson with a shot, save made, rebound is loose in front, just goes wide of the net. Benninger is still down, he doesn't have a stick, now stick snaps. Anderson's stick is broken, and here comes Meadville in the other way, shorthanded, pass across, missed the net. Back door was Shaw's, and now back in front, backhander off the post. Anderson still without his stick. Anderson will hurry up and skate to the bench as Trojans regain possession. Close call there, shorthanded. Bulldogs almost a goal, and now here comes Neely. Neely's going to take this into himself. Sharping was shot high into the netting. And now the Trojans will pick up what remains of Jack Anderson's stick. Just some tough luck there, Colin.
Oh, yeah.
Bradrick is tied up at the draw. 40 seconds to go on the power play for the Trojans. Kill carry. On the far corner for Radke, and referee's gonna whistle that to be dumped out of play. Face off one by the Trojans. Broderick tried to get a hold of it, sent back out of the zone, forcing North Catholic to regroup, and Kilcarry tries to dump this in, but it goes into the Trojan bench. 16 seconds to go on the power play. Here comes Langer with the puck. Langer with a nice move, shot it on goal. Benninger with the save. Langer, toe drag release in on net. Nifty move from him. Nine seconds left on the man advantage. Trojans win the draw back. Fowler shot gloved by Benninger. Trojans try to get one last shot on net, but the power play expires. They're now 0 for 2 on the night so far. Here comes Meadville the other way. Unick coming in the zone. Unick's shot is blocked and trafficked. Picked back up by Meadville. Riley kicks that aside. Puck airmailed up over the net. Anderson trying to get it off the back of the net, but referee blows the whistle. .46 to go here in the middle frame. North Catholic leads at 1-0 off a goal from Ty Murray. Shot right off the draw. Riley comes up with the save. Shellis throws it cross ice. Bulldogs work it into the zone. Puck slides in on net, and Riley will opt to cover for the whistle. Trojans try and pick it up. We're going to send it back in on net. It was Walls. Capone tried to pick it up, blocks the shot, and the puck leaves the zone. Dumped back in by Engels. Riley plays it for the Trojans. Engels dumps it back in. Riley comes out of his net, tees it up for Trojans, but this is going to go down for an ice. Shots now 23-16 in favor of Meadville. Kilcarry in the far corner. Try to feed it there to Bradrick. Turn back over to the Bulldogs. Kilcarry has it back in his own end. Lead pass ahead, gets broken up at center. Unick comes back in the zone. His shot goes wide of the net. Kilcarry braces himself for a hit. Tries to kick it up to his stick. Fowler has it now. Picked up by Shellis. Shot is muffled in traffic by a stick. And Radicke gets it. Radicke feathers the pass ahead for Bradrick. Bradrick coming into the zone, and he's taken down at the blue line. And here comes Meadville the other way. Meadville takes a shot. Riley might have got a piece out of the shoulder, tipped in front. Riley fights that one off. Now puck still loose in front. Follow-up shot by Shellis is turned aside. And North Catholic clears it back out to the neutral zone. Meninger plays it for Peterson. Schollert puts it back in the zone.
Body, he's alone, body.
Here comes Gredler back in. He's defended well by Fowler. Fowler passes it to Langer. Turned over to Shellis. Anderson tries to give it to Fowler. And Riley scoops up the loose puck for a stoppage of play.
Callie, Meadville leading by a significant amount in shots taken, but to be honest, I think a lot of the shots that they have taken haven't been as of a high quality that the Trojans have taken. I think they've taken better quality of shots. They've taken less, but I think they're winning for the reason of when they're taking shots like, hey, this is a good shot. And I mean, you're going to get shots off whenever. Just, you know, sometimes you just need to get one off, keep the play going, stay aggressive. But I think if Meadville wants to put themselves back into this one, I think they're going to have to take a look at their shot selection, maybe move the puck a little more, and then go from there.
Trojans trying to pick it up in the offensive zone. Puck battle ensues in the far corner and taken by Schollert. Schollert tries to change direction, pulls it to himself. Nice move from Schollert in front for Myers. In the slot, that gets blocked. Schollert able to get a shot off, turned aside by Meadville. Meadville trying to carry it out the other way. He stood up by Anderson, and he's going to call Anderson for an elbow.
That's a terrible call. You know what elbow is, but you don't know
Wow.
what interference is?
I mean, that was just your, like, you know,
I thought that was a pretty regular
routine
hit. I know.
Yeah.
Just going up against the boards there. I genuinely don't know what he could have saw wrong with that hit. I mean, yeah, but sometimes those calls just don't go your way, and you're going to have to step up defensively down one man.
Yeah, tough call for the Trojans as Anderson's in the box. So this puts Meadville on the power play. They're first of the game. The puck slides in front. There was a stick down in front of Riley. Puck went off that stick. And Graham Shellis got a piece of that. And it goes in.
Nice goal.
Meadville ties it up 1-1 here towards the end of the second period.
Callie, you said it earlier, when you're taking as many shots as Meadville is, one of them eventually has to go in, and then especially when you're on the power play, your chances are even greater of that happening. So I think that was actually a long time coming for Meadville.
Yeah, Colin, that's definitely one of the goals that kind of stings because it just slid in the net.
Right.
You know, when Darren Riley's been playing so well this game, to just have one of those go in, kind of deflates the momentum a little bit. But the Trojans can't let that stop them. They need a couple goals here. Need to get a couple insurance goals here in this one because obviously Meadville isn't going to go away.
Yes.
Now we have some more penalties. It's a cross check.
How do you miss that trick, man?
Connor Bradrick's going to be heading to the box for a cross check. Meadville 1-for-1 on the power play, and they'll look to do some more damage here. Meadville right off the draw. Riley comes up with a good glove save. Safrius throws it up to the point for Munich. His shot is blocked, and the referee blows the whistle. Shot went off the side of the net, and they're going to bring it out of the zone. Bit of an interesting call there. They did whistle it earlier when Anderson got the puck off the back of the net. I don't know if that has a factor in it or not, but it does favor the Trojans as Meadville's forced out of the zone. Fowler rings it around the boards. And a good steal from Radicke. So he sends it back in. 1:15 to go on the power play for the Bulldogs. Now coming in, sharp shot from Munich, save made by Riley. Now at the point, kicked aside. Worcester there from Engels doesn't go. Pass across, interrupted by the stick of Myers. Meadville still maintains possession. Slap shot let go there. Riley with the save, and this is sent back down the other way. Fowler trying to beat Munich to the puck, almost got there. Trying to send it back the other way. 23 seconds remaining on the penalty to Bradrick.
Get there, get there!
Walls throws it to Peterson. Now for Wilkinson. Meadville delayed offsides. Here comes Bradrick out of the box. Bradrick coming back into the zone and getting testy a little bit with the Meadville players. Have to be careful if you're the Trojans here. You need to be disciplined. Bradrick takes down his man, trying to get the puck. Now a shot there from Sylvester's, kicked aside by Bettinger. Here comes Bradrick with it, and referee blows the play dead. Players still pushing and shoving after the whistle, and referee has had enough. He's going to be sending everybody to the box. Bradrick's headed to the box. Wilkinson's headed to the box. And Trojans don't like this call, and Colin, safe to say I don't really like it either. But
yeah, I know. I mean, in a game like this, we said it a long time ago, like it's going to get scrappy. It's going to get rough out there, and I think if you're a referee in this situation, I think you let both teams play on, you break it up, you go about your business, and you get back into action. I don't think this is the second time we've seen a penalty that was called on both players of the teams, but yeah, I think the refs should just let it go on a little bit and just break up those scuffles when they can.
And I mean, I guess, I get it too. You can't let it get out of hand, but, and I think it's great for the Trojans. They've started, even last season too, really establishing themselves as a more of a physical team, a hard, rough and tough team to play against. And we'll kind of see how this factors into the rest of the game. But right now, the score is 1-1, goal from Ty Murray, and then on the other side, Graham Shellis. But we're going to take a quick break and return back for some final third period action between the Trojans and the Bulldogs right here on the North Catholic Sports Network. third period action between the Meadville Bulldogs and your North Catholic Trojans. If you're just joining us, we're all tied up 1-1. Goals from Ty Murray and Graham Shellhouse. Late in the second period. And that is flipped way out of play by the Trojans. This game has had pretty much everything. Goals, highlight reel saves, big hits, scrums after the whistle. Pretty much everything you could ask for in a hockey game.
Yeah, it really doesn't get much better than this right now. If there's one complaint, you know, going around talking to people, it's, man, these refs. Something about these refs. A lot of people aren't disagreeing with the calls right now, but obviously that's part of the game, and you got to deal with it and capitalize on some of the opportunities you're given.
Puck just comes outside of the zone.
Good! Clear!
Picked up by Corner. Corner tries to send it around. Kilcarry looking to bring it in the other way. Langer trying to move in the zone. That gets poked away. Anderson. Try to lead pass there for Schollert that's out of his reach, and it goes for an ice. And Colin, as we look ahead for the Trojans, this is their first of what could be 7 games in 5 days, as the Trojans have their annual Bishop Knoll Invitational over the weekend in Chicago, and then they come right back on Monday and they play away at Moon. So pretty busy schedule here.
You know, anytime you're playing even 5 games in 5 days, you're like, dang. But 7, possibly 7 games, 5 days, talking to Coach Hoffman about it. He was like, you know, it's a lot, but they're ready. And especially at the beginning of a season like this, they want to go and get after it. And a lot of times, no matter what sport it is, if you can build up your team, you build up the confidence, camaraderie, everything like that at the beginning of the season, that seriously does help down the road. And it shows, especially in things like playoffs and such.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a busy week coming up for the Trojans, but after all those potential 7 games ending on Monday, then they won't play again until the following Tuesday, which is also away at Richland. But we have a penalty on the play. Number 23, Brock Borgeson in the box. As the Trojans, their 3rd power play of the night. They are 0 for 2 so far, and a perfect time here to break the tie. Bradrick carrying the puck with speed into the zone. Bradrick, sharp angled shot, slid through the blue paint. There's Kilcarry at the point, takes a shot high into the glass. Radicke now down low in the far corner. Couldn't come up with it. This is sent all the way down as Meadville trying to chew some time off the clock. Bradrick collects the puck for the Trojans. Skates it in. Drops it off to Radicke. Bradrick circles the top of the zone. Looking to throw it in front. Gets away from Langer. And now Radicke forced out of the zone. Britt will look to regroup. 43 seconds to go on the power play for North Catholic. Radicke carries it up ice for Bradrick. Trojans get it deep. Langer has it. Langer takes a shot, and Benninger comes up with the save. Need Radicke back door there. 21 seconds. Now to go in power play.
Trojans have only 20 more seconds left to capitalize off the power play. I think they played rather passive on this last one. I don't think that was intentional. I think Meadville just did a good job. I saw him trying to get a couple awkward line changes off. But, you know, it always kind of stings when you can't really even just get a look at the opportunities on a power play.
Shot there from Shaws. Missed the net, out of the box. Goes Borgeson. Power play expires for the Trojans. They are 0 for 3 now. North Catholic tries to carry it back in, but they're offside. Here comes Fowler into the zone. Fowler does a nice job. Slides a pass across, back to Fowler in front. I'm not sure if the puck ever made it there on net for a minute. Benninger thought that went in behind him. Munich now brings it in. He's fought off the puck by Anderson, kept in at the point. Shot skips it on net, save made by Riley. The rebound is loose. Riley comes out of his net. One opportunity there again for the Bulldogs. That backhander went wide. Here comes Alessandro trying to throw it in front for Neely. Pass ends up going in on net. And the puck was still loose. And we get a whistle. Meadville wins the draw on their own end. Here come the Bulldogs trying to work their way in. Number 9, Gordy Benninger. Couldn't get the shot off. And here come the Trojans, puck race. Coming into the zone, Stanton is there, he's hauled down. Now Stanton is tripped up in the corner, and that's going to be a penalty against the Bulldogs. Evan Peterson goes to the box. Now the Trojans with their 4th power play opportunity in the game. And they start off by winning the draw. Shot there from Alessandro, turned aside by Benninger. Meadville takes it and they clear the zone. Riley comes out of his net, plays it for Fowler. Fowler drops it off for Neely. Here comes Neely with speed. Neely comes into the zone, tried to put on the brakes in the corner, gets it to Anderson. Cross ice for Fowler, shot is gloved out of midair. again, Kilcarry, quick pass, cross ice. There for Britt, is out of reach. Trojans, though, keep it alive. Here comes Bradrick's shot, is blocked. Tries to throw it back in front. Bouncing puck gets away. And it's sent down the ice, right in on net. Kilcarry has it. Here's Radicke moving in. Radicke looking to set things up here for North Catholic. Radicke's shot deflects off a stick. Bradrick unable to get possession along the far boards, and it's sent back down. 18 seconds
15.
on the man advantage. Radicke's shot off the stick was a Frias. Now back up to the point for Britt. Britt takes a shot, hits the post.
Back, it's even.
And out of the box is Peterson. Power play expires for the Trojans. Quick up to Bradrick. Bradrick evades the hit. Sends it into the zone. Langer has it now, and Menninger is down on the ice and seems to be in pain, and must happen behind the play.
I
didn't
totally missed what happened there. I don't know what that could have been.
seems to be grabbing the back of his leg. Sure, maybe if he pulled something there. Just wonder. Team's gonna take an injury timeout. Benninger gets checked out, but during this timeout, Colin, North Catholic has now had 4 power plays, hasn't capitalized on one of them yet. And, you know, at what point, you know, these power plays are giving you so many opportunities to put the puck in the back of the net, and in these types of games, you need to capitalize.
Yeah, and it's super frustrating, and I think after this one, Coach Hoffman's going to be very on them about that. Like, hey, if we're going to win some of these closer games, and where we're not scoring a lot, we only have 1 goal. It's the 3rd period. We got 8 minutes left to go. Where could we be scoring? It's on those power plays, right? I mean, how many have we had? 5? 4?
4 now.
Like 0 for 4. I mean, even if you just get just one out of 4, the difference that makes in a game like this. So I think that's definitely something that they're going to have to improve upon going into the future if they want to be a serious team to compete with.
And I mean, through the start of the season, Colin, the Trojans have been relatively strong on the power play. That's something they have struggled with over the past couple of years. But I mean, I feel like last power play was definitely like a need to score moment.
Yeah.
You know, we're the clock's winding down. We're halfway through the 3rd, and we're still tied up here. And you know,
this late into the game, like you were saying, like that's the one out of all of them where it would have been the biggest.
Max Bettinger seems to be okay. We're glad he's all set and ready to go. Back now for the Bulldogs. He's the only goaltender rostered for the Bulldogs varsity team. Kilcarry skates it in the zone. Here comes Kilcarry trying to cut towards the net. Lost it there. Benjer trying to bring it in. Gets stripped of the puck by Britt. Britt dumps it in. Murray tried to take a shot. But that gets away from him. Here comes Shellison with speed. Shellis, shot save made by Riley. Another shot turned aside. Rebound goes out to the far corner where it's picked up by Myers. Fowler gets this out of the zone. Almost too many men there against the Trojans. That was close. Anderson is able to clear it. Langer waiting for it at the red line. Here's Langer coming in, but the Trojans are offside.
Not a lot of time here left to play. 6:40, third period, tied up. Both teams right now, you should be pedal to the metal. Like, you've got to be looking for a goal no matter how that's going to come to you. You're just taking shots. You're taking whatever you can get, and one of them will fall.
Now pass to Silvestri to wide open net, but pass was just behind him. What a look in front. Sylvester dumps it back in. Radicke on to Anderson, couldn't get the shot off. Bradrick, turnaround shot, misses wide. Fowler hurries to get back. Peterson. Try to clear it. Bradrick fighting for it. Pins his man along the wall. Quickly up ice is Ferry. Ferry run into by Kilcarry. And they're going to call Kilcarry for interference.
Again, I'm not going to lie. That's another tough one. You're going to have to make some calls. I get it if you're a referee. Like, you can't just let it go on the entire game. But I just think some instances like that, that's really tough. And that, and this seriously might, with only 5 minutes left to go, change the trajectory of this game, Callie.
Trojans bring out their PK unit. And this is sent length of the ice. Meadville is 1 for 2 on the power play. Here's Unick. Up ice, takes a shot, save made by Riley. Puck exits the zone. Another good clear this time from Anderson. Meadville holds up the blue line, almost forced a turnover. Alessandro almost had a step in the zone. Unick shot kicked away by Riley. Another shot from the Bulldogs is covered up for the whistle. 39 seconds remain on the man advantage. Shot there misses wide. Bulldogs still stay with it. Peterson's shot misses the net. Now it's kept back in. Trojans have to get back. Shot there from angles, just missed wide of the net. Follow up through traffic. Doesn't make it there. Rebound is still loose in front, and the Trojans fight to get it out. And here come the Trojans. They'll have numbers if they hurry. Fowler cross to Sylvester. Jenny scores! Renzo Sylvester has the power play ends for Meadville. Breaks the tie late in the third. It's 2-1 North Catholic. Renzo Sylvester missed the pass earlier with a wide open net, but now he gets one to go shorthanded. Excellent shot, beats Benninger glove side and gives the Trojans a 2-1 lead.
And you love to see it, Callie. I mean, the Trojans, honestly, both teams have been struggling when they're at an advantage all day, and then Renzo Sylvester finally able to capitalize on one there, and that's absolutely huge. Just 3 minutes left to go. If you're the Trojans right now, you just got to sit down, you got to play solid defense, and then you're just trying to possess the puck as much as you can.
Here come the Trojans back in the zone. Radke's with it. Bradrick comes out with it as at the top of the slot. Trying to take a shot, Radke! Hits it in, they score! Bryce Radke puts it in, it gets settled. Needed insurance goal for the Trojans. It's 3-1. And Colin, that was from a crazy angle.
That was crazy.
Bradrick took that shot and Radke got it there.
Do you think it hit off the back of the goalkeeper?
It had to have ricocheted off Benninger and in.
Yeah. But, I think that's going to seal it for this one, Callie. Only 2:40 left to go. Getting up if you're Meadville, trying to get 2 goals in the span of that little amount of time is not easy. So that's a huge goal from Connor Bradrick.
.226 remains here in the third period. Wouldn't be surprised if Meadville pull their goaltender once they get possession, but the Trojans aren't letting that happen at the moment. Langer had it in front. Just couldn't get the shot off. Now puck stolen by Scollard. Here comes Scollard towards the net. Got it poked away. And aerial flipped in the zone by the Bulldogs. Langer tried to send it ahead for Myers, turned back over. Schellis with his shot, and Riley comes up with a save. Unique has the puck. Unique takes a shot from the slot area. Save made by Riley. Minute 29 remains. Quickly dumped back in by Zafrius. Meadville still remains in net for the Bulldogs. Now here comes Fowler. Moving in.
1 minute.
A minute remains here in the final period. Trojans now lead it 3-1. Pass now to Unique. Unique's shot is gloved. there by Riley.
And as this one comes to a close, Callie, props to Darren Riley. He did such a fantastic job all night. And the one goal that he did let up, there's not much he could even do about in that scenario. And then there was other times where there was other shots where he couldn't really do much about it. But, you know, he still made the save. He still did what he could. And that's everything you want out of a goalkeeper, just someone that's super gritty. And he's going to be a huge piece of this team going forward.
Yeah, Colin Riley's faced 43 shots on goal and has only let in one, so I would definitely say that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
And the whistle blows. And Sebastian Alessandro is headed to the box. Which will put Meadville on the power play with 18 seconds to go. Meadville taking a timeout here. Seeing if they can get one more in, and I mean, has been done. 2 goals in 18 seconds. Have seen it before. Very unlikely, but
very, very unlikely.
Probably drawing up a play right off the face-off here. So they have also pulled Bettinger as well. So we have a 6-on-4 with 18 seconds to go. Shot right off the draw, save made by Riley. The rebound, another stop. 10 seconds to go, and that's cleared by Radicke with 5 seconds to go, and that is gonna do it. The Trojans, with a late third period rally, win this one over the Meadville Bulldogs 3-1. And Colin, like we said earlier at the beginning of the third, what a game.
Well, I mean, what a game. What more can you ask for out of a game, honestly, especially if you're a North Catholic fan? Like, close all game. You know it's going to come down to the third period. It's great physical hockey the entire time. Can't be any more exciting. And then you pull away with it at the end. You capitalize on some things that you weren't earlier in the game. So that's a sign of you constantly improving throughout the game, which is, if you're a coach, that's something you always want to see. So really awesome hockey tonight, and can't ask for much better.
Yeah, Colin, this is a huge win early in the season for the Trojans, and especially a big win as far as momentum goes as they head into the Bishop Knoll tournament over the weekend to get things sort of kicked off. But Trojans shown that they can hang in there against tough opponents, because Meadville is definitely one of the strongest teams in the blue division, no doubt. So the Trojans, with an excellent game, stayed in it despite all the physicality, the calls, and some things didn't go their way, but they didn't take the foot off the pedal, and they were able to win this one in Sylvester and Radicke with the late goals in the third to seal the deal. But we'd like to thank you for tuning in, folks, tonight. My name is Callie Martis alongside Colin Campbell, and your final score for this one, North Catholic Trojans 3, Meadville Bulldogs 1.